Reminding myself that sometimes things break and that is okay. A gentle reminder that everything is always working out for me and never against me. And whenever I'm feeling a little stressed out, reminding myself that I'm a lucky girl and everything always works out for me no matter what. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is B. If you're new here, I live full-time in this beautiful Ford Transit van, and we are back at Home Depot. Why? Because our sink broke. We aren't really sure what happened, but I do know that we have been traveling for about 2 years in it, and for the most part, it hasn't been too terrible of things breaking. Yes, we've had our heater broken, which we did have to fix. There was about 3 different fixings that happened to get her working properly, and our sink recently started leaking, so let me walk you through. There was a piece up here that ended up falling out and disappeared. It was a certain nut or bolt or something. You can see up into our sink right there. And we have already done 3 different trips. Well, actually 2. Alan just went to go do the 3rd because we got one piece working, but now there's a different piece that's leaking. So, spending our days in Home Depot parking lots. It sounds really familiar. It sounds a lot like what happened to us at the beginning of December. The best part about building something yourself is being able to fix it yourself. The reality of our van right now is it is a complete mess because I decided to make a huge breakfast. I was making eggs, bacon, pancakes right before we noticed that our sink was leaking. Now, we did have an issue with the sink leaking a couple of weeks ago, but we thought we got to the bottom of it. And as you can tell by the floorboards of underneath our sink, it is completely covered in food. Now, right here, it seemed that it was leaking, and then it was also leaking right here around this elbow. And you can see all of the scraps of food that has been falling out of our sink and just resting on our wood. Thankfully, we did protect the wood whenever we built the van, so I'm just going to go in and give it a nice deep clean, and hopefully everything is intact and okay. To the average person looking in, it may not seem like the biggest deal. It's like you can call a plumber and they can come fix it, but this is more than just a vehicle. It's also a home, and it's more than just like an apartment or a house. This is my dream reality and something that I have always wanted to accomplish, and it has been such a reward getting to live in this van. And anytime something bad happens, it truly just breaks my heart and stresses me out, and I'm learning to rewire that because the truth is, like, I remember journaling about days like this and all of the hardships that come along with van life. I have dreamed and wanted this for so long, and sometimes you have bad days, but then some days you have incredible days, and that is just what comes with life, not just life living on the road. If you don't live on the road, I can see how it might, on the outside looking in, seem like not that big of a deal, but this is our only sink. And thankfully, this was a very easy fix. We didn't realize until maybe like an hour or 2 ago that this was a problem. I was making breakfast and my partner went to go take out the trash when I was doing dishes, and he realized that it was leaking in there. And I had noticed that there was like a little bit of wetness down there, but I wasn't sure if it was... I had some towels in there because I did notice that there was some moisture, but I wasn't sure where the moisture was coming from. Also, it had just snowed. A lot of things had freezed and then thawed, so I was like, maybe it was like water in the pipes that had like froze, expanded, and then leaked. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, maybe it is, but I wasn't sure, and I wanted to cook breakfast. So while I was cooking breakfast, that's when we noticed. We came here. It's really relieving when you have a problem in the van and then you can fix it. I think that we already fixed the leak, and only time will tell. Sometimes life on the road can be really stressful, but for me personally, all of the stress outweighs the cons. The way that I look at it is, yes, things may break, but if I were to have a house, which my partner does own his own house, so when things go out, like your garbage disposal or your dishwasher or AC or plumbing or anything, you have to go and fix it yourself anyways. So what's the difference of like learning in a van, in a vehicle? As much as I love the cozy home in Florida and having a place to call your own, right now my soul just craves adventure. Sometimes you got to deal with problems like this. Wow, that was really stressful for a moment. We thought that we weren't going to have a sink for the rest of the season, and we leave for Aspen in about a week or so, maybe less. If you want some behind the scenes information and behind the scenes scoops to see episodes before they come out, then go check out my Patreon. I already have such a beautiful community growing over there, and I'm so grateful for the ones who want to join the Hive and become a part of the Hive and see what's going on, get sneak peeks about art shops. All of my crochet patterns are about to go up and be available for patrons. I'm going to be putting out regular crochet patterns that patrons will get for free. I also do a podcast over there with the raw, the nitty-gritty, the real emotions and things that are going on behind the scenes. It really helps support my journey as an artist living full-time on the road. I have new art drops coming very soon that I'm so excited to share with you guys. I share parking spots, patterns, all things road life. If you are wanting to go on the road and you want to see some of the park up spots that I have inhabited on my journey across the country, I'm going to start putting out regular parking spots and tips and tricks for people who want to live on the road and how you can do it safely. One last thing before I go, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It genuinely means the world to me, and it helps me out more than you know. Today was almost a stressful one. I'm about to head to my friend's house where we were parked up, have a girls' night, hang out, and I'm so excited. It was needed after this small little blip of stress, but our sink is clean, our dishes from breakfast and the day are done. Thank you for tuning in and getting a little glimpse of reality. If you decide to do this lifestyle, know that there's going to be challenges and hardships that come up, but your patience and your level-headedness are going to make or break your experience here on the road. It might be a little bit tougher, but I promise you, it is way more worth it to live on the road and the freedom that comes with that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. I'll see you guys in the next one.